Hey gang, James here. In this video, I want to talk to you about the 5 best business decisions that I've made in the course of my career to help grow your business. If you're new here, make sure you hit subscribe, that little notification bell, so we can let you know when we bring out great new videos to help grow your business. You know, people ask me, James, I've got this idea for business, I've got this idea to do that, can you give me some pointers? Now, whilst I can't tell you the perfect industry to be in, I like talking about some traits of great businesses, what makes the best business decisions to have a more profitable business, because it's just the fact that some businesses are more profitable than others, and it's because they have better traits to them, or they have a better leader that has that correct commercial awareness that makes the business far more profitable. And I want to talk to you today about some of those things. Number one, the best decision that I ever made was employing people. And people don't understand this, but it really is the key differentiator between successful people and people that are not successful, and crucially super successful people. But the things that I did, the best decision that I ever made is I employed in my weaknesses. So if I wasn't very good at something, I would employ a person to do that. Whereas usually I meet entrepreneurs and business owners and they try and recruit people that are so similar to them that they don't get that opposing set of skill sets. So I think when you look at a perfect team, you've got this visionary entrepreneur, they want to go and employ visionary staff. Well, no, actually what you need is organisers, finishers, people that can do the numbers, people that can organise your diary. There takes different traits of the teams that you need to get together, and once you understand that employing your weaknesses, bringing in your weaknesses is the fastest way to get to the top. You want to be working on the stuff. This is the best decision that I made. Work on the stuff that you are good at, that you excel at, and buy in all the stuff that you're not good at. The business becomes so much more enjoyable then as well. So if you're, usually as an entrepreneur, you're very good at sales and marketing and getting stuff over the line. And you do that when you start out. And then I find entrepreneurs go into organising, administration, doing the books, and running the day-to-day of the company. And you don't want to be doing that. You want to be focusing on growing the company, not running the company or operating the company. So I always made sure that I brought in people to go and do that stuff, so that I'm left to go and make deals happen. I like to make the impossible happen, not the possible. So you want to bring a team in place that does all the possible so that you can go and do the impossible. And there's elements of that team, like I discussed earlier. You need to get a numbers person in as soon as you can physically afford it. I employed bookkeepers when I was sort of 19, 20 to do all of the numbers, because I found that stuff a real struggle. And once you get that stuff, you can raise finance, get better payment terms, save money, get better financial reporting that makes you plot the journey that you need to do so you can avoid storms. And that little story that I just told you there makes a huge difference into the success that I run in the company. Obviously, yesterday I've been doing this deal to buy an industrial estate, and I had the sellers come into this room to meet me. And I brought in Janky, who's my business services manager, who's really high up, and she will sort of understand the process of all the legalities and all the boring stuff that I don't really want to do. I just want to make sure that they're doing it. And then I brought Tracy, my PA, in, and she's going to be looking after all the tenants of that, so she understands the process rather than me having to look after tenants, rather than me having to deal with all the legals. I just want to bring in my team so they can understand it, because I was the person though that negotiated the deal, got the impossible. I'd done a private mortgage on it, and I had to pay a little bit up front and then a private mortgage. Now, I can't expect them to go and do that impossible stuff, because they've never done a private mortgage before. They don't even know how to broach the question in making that happen. You need to do that as an entrepreneur. That's the best decision that I made, is to do the stuff that not everyone else can do. So I try and do the impossible, not the possible, and that is one of the best business decisions that I made. Secondly, it's thinking bigger. I like telling this story, really. Again, like with the industrial estate, people that want to invest into property, they want to buy a little house to rent out or a flat to rent out. That just doesn't get me going. It's too small thinking. Me, I want to go and buy an industrial estate, because I've worked out it takes the same effort and energy to get a £2 million deal over the line as it does a £200,000 deal or a £20,000 deal over the line. The bigger you think, the less people operate. I'll tell you this little story. We own a chain of family entertainment centres, and I was out for a dinner once at this industry do where there was other leisure operators there, and I was sitting next to this guy that works for a company that owns 20, 30 theme parks and visitor attractions. I won't say the name, but they're based in the UK, quite a big old outfit. And I was saying to this guy, I said, well, why don't you get into family entertainment centres like what we do? Like, we're really going well. And he said something to me. He said, the reason we wouldn't go and do that is because it's so low barrier to entry that you could compete with us when we open in a town. When we open a theme park, it's higher barrier to entry, and therefore you can't come in and just compete with us within the same year, week. You've got to get the planning permission, you've got to raise the money. There's these huge barriers to entry for you to compete with us. And I was like, wow. The bigger you think, the less competition there is. So when I'm buying that industrial estate, I'm in a one-horse race to buy this industrial estate. When I go and buy a house or a flat or something like that, there might be 20 or 30 other buyers, so you're into a bidding war. I avoid bidding wars at all costs. I want to be in a one-horse race. I want to be the only buyer. So there's some good ideas, hopefully, there for you, that you understand that. Number 3 is building businesses that start from zero. This is one of the biggest stresses for business owners. You want to find businesses where there's repeatable income. You can get repeatable income straight away, like an insurance brokerage. You sign up a client and they continue to pay you month on month, and they renew every year very easily. That's why people love property. You get a tenant in and they pay you each and every single month. Look for businesses like that where people repeat, like selling aeroplanes and cars. If that's your business, you know, you sell someone an aeroplane, the thing lasts for 25 years, you know, it's hardware. You sell someone a car, they keep it for 3 or 4 years. You've always got to go and find new customers. You start from zero each month. You have to find new sales. It's very, very stressful. That's why I love my day nursery business, because, you know, you get a client and they last for 4 years, and you can really look after them, build a great relationship with you. Number 4, the best business decision I made as well was to sacrifice my personal income and you know, I did a little side hustle. I went out and did magic shows. So I had a £1 million, £2 million, £3 million business, and I took no money from it. And I went out and done magic shows at weekends to live on that money. But that gave my business enough time to go and employ people. So I built a team. I therefore built a business. I built what I call an investment. And that's what you need to get into your mindset. You know, you're not building a business, you want to build an investment. What does an investment mean? It means people want to buy it from you. They want to invest in it. They want to take your business over. Most people at best are building profitable jobs, which means that they get to the end of their working life, their working career, and they're going to sell their blooming thing, and they realise that they're trying to sell a job and no one wants to buy it. You know, if you can sell a business, that's sort of a business that sort of works without you, but it still needs you, whereas an investment is something you can invest in, it's passive and it works. And when people sell their businesses for a lot of money, you realise actually they haven't sold a business, they've sold an investment to someone that will continue to pay them a return. So sacrificing a few years so that you can build a business, then an investment, and not just build a profitable job. You know, most people that are self-employed have got profitable jobs, and then they'll get to retirement and they'll have a harsh reality that they've got nothing they can sell other than their job, and no one wants to buy a job. Number 5 is the big daddy, the best decision that I made. So when I was 16, I was a kids entertainer. I was going out and I was building an audience. I don't realise this. I built a very loyal audience of customers. So Apple have built an audience, Netflix have built an audience, YouTube have built an audience. When you build an audience and you have that mindset that you're going to build, Star Wars have built an audience, Disney have built audiences. That's why I do podcasts, I do videos. I'm building an audience, and then you can leverage off of that audience. But I did that when I was 16. I was going to do magic shows. I would do it free for schools. I would do it free for day nursery groups. That built me an audience. And then when I wanted to do theatre shows, or I wanted to do events for families, or I wanted to open my first family entertainment centre, I could then leverage that audience so that I pull business towards me rather than where most businesses have to push for business. And that really wraps up my 5 best best business decisions. I hope there's some great things that you can really take away to implement into your business. Let's just quickly recap over them. Number one, you've got to employ people that fill in your weaknesses. Number two, you've got to think bigger, do bigger, be bigger, because there's less people operating in that space. The bigger you think, the less the people operate in that space. Number three is you don't want to start from zero each month. Try and choose businesses that stop you starting from zero. So insurance brokerages, renting out property, Netflix is a business that doesn't start from zero, Sky TV, subscription-based models, but try and choose that in the brick and mortar world as well. How can you have it that your customers can come back to you? And usually if you think about this can be done. I own a farm park, and we've got £17,000 worth of, as I'm making this video, of direct debit income coming in. So people repeat with us. Usually they only come once a year, but you turn them into members, they come more regularly. Number four is sacrifice a few years so that you can allow the business to really breathe with cash flow, because businesses in their first years burn cash flow at such an astonishing rate. You need to be able to let the business breathe till it gets on a tipping point of where it starts producing cash. And number five is build an audience, because when you build an audience around your business, you pull business towards you rather than push for business. There's my top 5 business tips to grow your business. I'm James Sinclair. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I'd really love to know what you think. See you real soon. Bye-bye. Thanks for watching the video. Really hope you enjoyed it. To help grow your business, don't forget you can watch more of my videos by clicking here, and don't forget to hit subscribe to the YouTube channel by clicking this button right here. It gets better than that, because you can come and see me at one of my seminars to help grow your business. All the details of how you can get to one of those for free is in the video description.